And welcome back. Hey, I have a guest on from the wonderful garden club here that's been going on for, what, about 50 years?
Probably.
Yeah. And you're talking about, Kay Havens. Let me welcome Kay here today. And what we're really talking about today is coming up in a couple days. You're going to be having a meeting at Clubhouse 1, and it's about Grow the Great Park Garden.
Right, yes. So what we're, actually my friend Tina and I are going to be talking to the garden club and hoping to get people to let gardens grow on them. And it's an easy sell with this group because they love gardens as much as we do. Now what happened is Tina and I, as master gardeners, got out and saw gardens all over the world and thought, well, why don't we have one in our area? And started going to thinking one was going to be put into the Great Park, and it was originally on this. It was originally on the plan. And when somebody brought it to our attention that they were going out to the public, and public gardens wasn't one of the questions they were asking about what uses do you want to see at the Great Park, we thought, wait a minute, this has always been on the plan. Great parks, in great cities, always have wonderful botanical public gardens because they're wonderful places to have all kinds of wonderful events, and they just work. They really do. Yeah. So we're hoping to, enlist some support and aid. The group of us got together. We're a really grassroots group of people, public-minded, who formed a 501c3, and everywhere we've gone, we've gotten terrific support. So. A major law firm in Newport Beach put together our nonprofit corporation, and we have Placeworks, a major urban planner, putting together conceptual designs. So if you come to the meeting, you'll get to see some of these terrific conceptual designs. And in our travels, we thought, hey, who else does public gardens in America? And we linked up with the American Public Gardens Association, and went to their first conference, which was held up at Disney 2 years ago, where 900 people showed up, and we were wowed. These people in doing public gardens today are just amazing. They're a younger group, they're really well educated, they're into making the world a better place, and we came home thrilled and invigorated.
Well, one of the things about public gardens in your plan for the Great Park is it's not just the fact of people going to a really nice place and enjoying it. It's about the educational aspect of it. And quite often public gardens, well, almost all the time, one of the huge benefits of that is people can go and find out what is working in our area. What do I want to grow? Or, talk to master gardeners and things like that. So there's a lot more to it than just simply the enjoyment of it, which of course is huge. But they serve much more of a purpose. That's even
just a small part of it.
Yeah.
It's just a small part of what's going on in public gardens today, because this new generation pulls in cultural events, pulls in civic events, pulls in corporate events, so that you can learn about gardens, and gardens are an integral part of life. So yes, we count on our avid gardeners being some of our greatest supporters, but what you'll find is the younger group, they aren't having gardens in their own homes as much because urban density is going up so much. And they don't really want to be mowing lawns. And they know that mowing lawns, that's a lot of petrochemicals that we don't need to use. But let's have a terrific public garden that everybody can enjoy. Makes so much sense. It really does.
And it's still, a huge subject. I know there's a garden show that we watch on YouTube, and they have, I don't know how many, 600,000 followers. To the point of that this couple doesn't even, I don't want to say they don't work anymore, but they got to the point this is their livelihood. They have sponsors and
big.
All this,
it's so big
huge.
In other parts of the world, and it'd be nice to start a culture here. If you look at this slide behind us, there's nothing out at the Great Park now.
No.
I mean, there is a sports park, but only 16-17% of the population play sports. And 82% of the people support a public garden or someplace where they can go on their weekends. So for us, it's a no-brainer.
Let me ask you, are you with the garden club here, or are you with this organization, or both?
I'm with the garden, I am a member of the garden club, but I am foremost a member of this organization.
Okay.
Yes.
Here is sort of a map of what it could be one day. Where is, just in relation, down at the bottom there, where you see Marine Way and Ridge Valley, I'm assuming, is that where the balloon is?
Yes. Well, the balloon's kind of off a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
This is still all in flux.
Okay.
Because the
But just so people have a vision of...
Right. The National
there right
Memorial
now.
Cemetery has now ended up on the golf course. We were thinking up kind of in the middle, arcing around the FAA beacon. And there might be some leftover property there. But originally we were slated to be down in what's called the Cultural Terrace. With
Right, I
museums.
remember that.
Yes.
I remember that rendering of kind of a river flowing through and walkways, and that goes way back. But
Yeah,
I do
there probably
remember.
won't be the grading that, you know, that old plan has probably been, has been set aside because things have been built out there now. There's a major 600-acre sports park that's looking forward to probably the Olympics in 2028.
Oh, great.
So it'd be wonderful for the region if we had something more to do out there than just sports.
Yeah, and I know the... at least I think it's still on the plan, is the water park.
The water park is kind of in and out depending on funding. So they're trying to secure their funding. So.
But this would be just wonderful.
Yes, it would be good for everybody.
How big are you looking at? Or
We're looking at 59 acres, which to some people sounds like a lot, but it's just the equivalent of 5 holes of golf.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you
so
want
something you could fit in, you would certainly have
it
room
needs to be an entity so that when people go, they can have a half-day experience and relax. And if you cut it up too much, it's not as nice a place to be. You want to be able to have some space because that's part of the experience of getting out, is getting out into those beautiful environments. So.
Yeah, and I've been to some nice ones. I mean, the famous Bouchard Gardens.
Yes,
of course.
yes. Well, we can't do Bouchard because it would be too much water. But
yes, and that's a consideration.
But you know what? Southern California is so beautiful, and many times we go to places, especially for these conferences, where they have our climate under glass. Yeah. Because it's so precious, and to them to have that kind of a climate, and we can grow it all here right outside. So. We wouldn't necessarily have to put up a big glass house right away because we live in the best weather in the world. So,
Well, if you want more information on this, again, their meeting is going to be on the 23rd. That's 2 days from now.
Join us.
Yeah, Clubhouse 1 at 2 o'clock. And Kay, of course, will be there, as will others. And you'll really hear about this plan a little bit more in detail. And I think it's great.
I'm looking forward to it. We should have a lot of fun, and we'll have some great pictures for people to see and lots of concepts. So we're going to have a great time.
Very good. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Ken.
All right,
I
you
appreciate
take care.
it very much.
We'll
Thank
be right
you.
back.